Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Re-Age Super Mega Baseball League. And the Buzzards just coming off of a huge come-from-behind victory against Chug Burmany and the Heaters. We were down at 4-1 at one point. Two home runs from Hito Munchada and a walk-off win from Kitty Kaufman push us across the finish line. And now we're at 6-5 with 5 games left to play. And we have a big matchup ahead of us here with Dick Lucas and the Platypi, sitting at 6-3. It's going to be a tough matchup, but we have a few players locked in. Let's see if we can build off of the momentum from that last one. I am going to, let's see, I think I might put Merle in center. No, let's put Ricky Kwan in center for this game. Let's put Brian on the bench for Merle Ryan. And I think that's going to be it offensively. Let's see, just trying to set things up here. We're going to put leadoff. Let's put Kitty Kaufman in the leadoff spot. We'll keep Jose Tremendo at 2. We're not going to keep Snag Roper at the top of the lineup. Hito Munchada, he's locked in right now. Let's bump him up. We'll put Sturdy Woodman behind him, followed by Carlos Bauer. Then we'll put Merle Ryan, Snag Roper, and then Pork Bennett, followed by Ricky Kwan. So that's going to be our lineup for this one. We'll see how this pans out. With Jordan Resplendent on the mound, I'm still thinking about bringing in Rotunda Black, but for right now, I'm going to let Resplendent take this game, and we'll see if we switch her out before the end of the season. Let's go ahead and play ball as we head out to Colonial Plaza, home of the Platypi, and it's to be an interesting matchup. They have a lot of players on the bench, as it looks like they did they had an extended game that got a lot of those players tired. So there is an opportunity for us to take advantage of them not being fully ready for this matchup. Blute Michaels, the young 20-year-old phenom, is going to be the core of their offense. We'll see if we can avoid him having a big impact, and we also need to get ourselves on the board against Dick Lucas, who has a 1.86 ERA this year. Also a 103 whip. He has been pitching really well. He gets ahead to Kitty 0-2, and she swings through strike 3. So I gave her the opportunity to lead off after the walk-off and the 3 hits that she had in the last game, and she starts things off with a strikeout, swinging and missing strikeout, which is embarrassing. And here goes Jose Tremendo, sent to deep right field. That one's got a chance, and that gets over. Oh, my God, I thought it was going to get caught. I think that's Irene Fast in right field, but 371 for Jose Tremendo. It wasn't hit that hard, but he makes great contact, and he hits his first home run of the year. He had 6 in his first season, and he's starting to find his stroke, getting very hot as of late. Hito Munchada, same thing, up to a 355 batting average. 2 of his 3 home runs were hit in that last game. He gets a high pitch. This one's sent to deep center field. Not hard enough. It's going to hang up, and Clifford Kane will catch that for out number 2. Sturdy Woodman comes up, batting .414. He reached base, I think, 2 or 3 times in that last game. Dick Lucas, his ERA jumping up already after that home run. 1-1 count here to Woodman. Lucas really focusing on those off-speed pitches. Not a lot of velocity, and he gets a grounder here. He comes off the mound, toss to first, and that's out number 3. We take the lead early here in the top of the first with a home run from Jose Tremendo. And we will now move to defense as Jordan Resplendent, struggling this year with an 8.44 ERA. The rookie had a decent showing in her first start and then got pulled very early after struggling in her second start. Madoka Hayata hits one very hard to deep left field, but this one's going to get pulled out of play. A 1-2 count here, and Tier 1 whiffer will activate for Hayata. It's going to be fouled straight back. And a ground ball to first. Woodman will toss the Resplendent out number 1. Nice cover for the pitcher. Blute Michaels will come up, locked in, strained, and Tier 2 rally starter activated. Also has bad ball hitter at Tier 1. He would be a dream for us if he was available in the free agent pool. And he hits one hard to deep right center field. That one's going to get down, roll all the way to the wall. Ricky Kwan will come up throwing hard to second base, but it's going to be a sliding double for Bloop Michaels, and he's aboard with one out for Johnson Swanson. Johnson batting 154 on the year with 1 home run, 2 RBIs as Tier 2 Little Hack. Great speed over at second base. Tier 1 easy jumps for Resplendent here. Fouled off there, and a 2-1 count to Swanson. Popped up and out of play. It'll even the count 2-2. And a hard hit ball into center field would get down in front of Ricky Kwan. He's going to come up throwing. Rounding third and heading home is Bloop Michaels, and he'll score easily. Just like that, the game is tied here in the bottom of the first. So Resplendent loses mojo. She is down to tenths, as is Tiny DeGrande with Tier 3 first pitch Slayer. But also 10, so that's offsetting the impact of that first pitch, and now it's gone. Rally starter not activated since there's a runner on first. Great speed over at first. And Tiny DeGrande sends one to deep left field. That one's got a chance, and that's going to get out over the left field short wall. A 2-run homer for DeGrande. And just like that, we went from having a lead to being behind 3-1 here. The Platypi offense came to play today, and Irene Fast was in right field and couldn't make the play on that home run from Jose Tremendo. She'll come up to the plate with nobody on and 1 out. A diving play from Kitty Kaufman. She gets up and throws the first, or out number 2. Walker runs, typically a younger player, is aged up quite a bit. I think he's like 28 or 29 years old. Hitless on the year. Pops it straight up. Foul play. Easily playable from Pork Bennett. He catches that, out number 3. But a really rough start for Jordan Resplendent as she gives up a 2-run homer and a few extra hits, giving the Platypi a 3-1 lead here. Through 1. And now Dick Lucas has a lead, facing off against Carlos Bauer, who grounds to third on the first pitch. Easy out for out number 1. Merle Ryan comes up batting .269. He sat out the last game due to his tense mojo. Hopefully he can set things straight for his year so far. Tier 3 bad ball hitter. He just has not been able to get it going. 2-1 count, and he'll be late swinging and pushing one foul. 2-2 and lined over. Oh, Dion Base will reach up and catch that one. Frustrating out number 2, and now Snag Roper will come up hitting 172 on the year. He was our offense last year, but has not shown anything that he did last year this time. Embarrassing year for him, and has definitely led to potentially playing himself off this roster. He pops it up into foul territory, could be playable. Diving for it and just missing it is the first baseman. Hell of an effort from him. And this one's going to be hit hard into left field. It's going to get down over the head of Javier Cortez. But Snag not fast enough to turn first and head to second. So it's going to be a 2-out single. A 2-hit hard single to left field. One hop to the wall, and he can't get past first. Pork Bennett will come up. He's batting .375 on the year. Finding a few hits here and there with that decent contact rating. Dick Lucas not having an easy start so far, as this is a well-hit ball from Bloop Michaels. He dives to his left. He makes the play. That ends the inning, and he gets a mojo boost, which is wonderful. I think he's now on fire. And Resplendent's going to face off against the 7-8-9 hitters, starting with Dion Base. Dion batting .278 intense. First pitch swinging, grounds to short. Easy play from Roper, out number 1. Now comes Javier Cortez, left fielder, locked in right now. Batting .333 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. Resplendent still tense. popped up, and that's going to get out of play. 1-2. Cortez strikes out, and Resplendent somehow gets somebody out. That's number 2. And now Clifford Kane will come up. Clifford batting .500 on the year. Limited starts. He does have Tier 3 easy target and Tier 3 bad jumps, so this is helping out Resplendent quite a bit in that accuracy department. That one's foul, and it's 1-2. Taken outside. Make it 2-2. And a ground ball down the first base line, just foul. We'll do it again, 2-2. And that one's going to get down in left field, left center, rolls all the way to the wall. Coming up throwing is Merle Ryan to second base, and sliding in safely is Clifford Kane with a 2-out double. Here comes number 1 hitter Madoka Hayata, 0 for 1 today. Ball low. Not much speed over there at second base, and I don't know what happened there from Pork Bennett as he gets crossed up, but no harm, no foul. And a quick grounder to first base will be out number 3. So the double from Kane goes nowhere. But the Platypi still have the lead here in the bottom of the top of the third, winning 3-1. We'll see how long Resplendent can go, and if our offense can figure anything out against Dick Lucas. Ricky Kwan getting the start due to the tense Geronimo James. Falls behind 0-2. Ball low. And off the end of the bat, popped up, and easy catch from Dion Base at second.
The second baseman, number 48,
Out number 1, and leadoff woman Kitty Kaufman comes up. She's 0 for 1. She struck out in a very ugly at-bat to start this game. Late swing there. She just fouls it off. Fastball high and in. And that ball is left it into right field, but it's tailing just foul. Could have been extra bases. Unfortunately, this one's skied to center field. That one got a ride, but Clifford Kane does track it down on the warning track about a step or 2 away from the wall. And that's tough luck for Kitty Kaufman, who did get a hold of it. Now Jose Tremendo comes up, still locked in after the home run. The only one to be able to do anything against Dick Lucas here. And a hard hit ball, but right to Walker runs, and he's going to scoop and step on first. 1-2-3 go the Buzzards in the top of the third. Dick Lucas settling in after that home run in the first. Now Blue Michaels will come up on fire now after a diving play in the second inning. He had a double and scored a run. And this one mashed dead center into the batter's eye. No doubt shot on a line from Bloop Michaels. Anything but a bloop there. And that one goes 475. His second home run and 6th RBI of the year. Make this a 4-1 ball game. And I know we saw a very similar situation in the last one, or in the last game against the Heaters, but it just feels very different. As Resplendent gets replaced by Gasser Morris. He pitched in, I feel like he's pitched in almost every game this year. We'll have to take a look at that stat. And a base hit up the middle from Johnson Swanson puts another runner aboard. Nobody out. And Tiny DeGrande, who had that huge 2-run homer in the first inning, comes up here with Tier 3 first pitch Slayer. Gasser Morris is locked in. ERA sitting at 1.23 for the year. 12 strikeouts. Tiny with a huge hit there. That's going to go foul, and it's 0-2. Swung through strike 3. Gasser Morris blows it by him. Big strikeout there, and now with 1 out, here comes Irene Fast, 0 for 1 today. We have above average speed over at first base and infield at double play depth. That one gets thrown right past her. The fork ball drops just under the zone. 1-1. Doesn't catch the top, and it's 2-1. Irene gets ahead in the count 3-1. And Gasser will drop one into the zone. She pushes it into right center field. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Jose Tremendo comes up throwing and no cannon arm. So testing it is going to be the runner from first, scoring all the way around. And it's a double from Irene Fast. It's now 5-1. Gasser Morris allowing a base hit and a run to score. It's probably from him just being tired, being overworked, and it skews his numbers, which is really frustrating. 2-1 count here to Walker with one out and a pop-up into foul territory. Getting to that one is Pork Bennett, and he'll catch it. Out number 2. Dion base 0 for 1 today, and with a runner in scoring position, Tier 2 RBI 0 will activate. Late swing, and it's foul. Great speed over at second base with Tier 1 base rounder. 1-1 count. Gasser serves one up to deep right field. Up against the wall is Jose Tremendo, and he'll let it go over. All right, I'm done. This is ridiculous. So we're overworking our pitcher.
Now pitching.
Resplendent is garbage. She's got to go. Gasser Morris is exhausted. He's gassed. We lose 7-2. Hito Munchada hits another home run. And just like that, the Overdogs take over the division with a 5-5 record. We're at 6-6. Jacks are at 5-5, and we both are tied with -8 run differential. This is just... We're going to dock Jordan Resplendent. She's just a failed experiment for us, it seems. I'm going to drop Snag Roper's loyalty here because I'm tired of him not playing well. We'll do a quick sim to the next game. Overdogs lose a game. The Jacks split their next two, and they're sitting at 6-6 with a -7 run differential. So they jump into the division lead. Things are really tight here as we approach the last 4 games of the season, and this next one's going to be a big game against our nemesis, the nemesis. Vern Turnburner will face off against Malcolm DeJesus, who's pitched really well after that miserable first start of the season. Since that game ended, let's see, chance again whiffer for Ricky Kwan, no thank you. Bobby Bash available. Run to third available. +7 speed for Flash Ladar, so that's great. Geronimo gains +5 power. Love to see that. We're not going to risk this for Malcolm. We're not going to risk this for Gasser. And I'm not going to pay for Brian, nor am I going to pay for Pepe. And Maurice Brick is available in the free agent pool. So that could be really interesting. Maurice sitting way above his price point. We couldn't afford him right now anyways. I am curious whether we could do this. No, we couldn't do it from a chemistry standpoint unless we were to get rid of somebody else. We could actually afford him, though. That'd be really interesting. Shoot. Okay, so if we were to do this one for Resplendent, we need someone spirited. And we could either get rid of a disciplined or a competitive player. So it's Pepe. Or maybe Edwina. So if we bring in Maurice Brick, we'd have 600,000 left. Let's see what else we have here. Spirited players to bring in. We've already had this conversation about Ian Fielder. We don't want to do Dale. Oh yeah, it was Smokey Ash, wasn't it? You know what? Why not? Let's just do it. This has been really frustrating. Let's just try and shake things up a little bit and see if we can get ourselves into a place where we can find some success. So we're going to drop Pepe Vinicio. We're going to bring in Smokey Ash. That puts us where we have the room to get rid of Resplendent for Maurice Brick. Let's view his career. Yeah, he was great. The Sirloins, I guess, are just not playing well. Maurice, by the way, not a development option like he normally is. He's 38 years old, so he is definitely the example of a mercenary for this game. So we'll bring in Brick. We're way overspending, but I don't care. We actually have a chance at this division, so we are going to go for it. Resplendent's out. And the other thing I wanted to potentially do here was look at Edwina Escobar and seeing what it would look like to replace her. Oh, there's nobody right now. So no consideration there. We'll hold on to her. We didn't need to, but just was looking to see if I can upgrade a bit there. So that's where we are going to... that's the first move we're going to make here, is to get rid of Pepe and Resplendent, bring in Ash and Brick. We're still going to have DeJesus start this next game, but I think then I'm going to put Maurice Brick into the number 2 spot in the rotation. Then it would be Fabio Fabulo, and then Carlos Bauer is now our number 4. And I feel like that's much better situation. With another workhorse, it means our pitchers, Brick Towers and Gasser Morris, can have a little bit more of a break, too, in between games. We're not going to do this one for Fabulo. Not doing this for Gasser. Not doing this for Malcolm. No for Brian. No for Ricky. And we don't have the other one here. So, yeah, I'm really bummed. I was hoping that Resplendent could be somebody who we could see develop a bit. But we don't really have the opportunity to afford that right now with how poorly... or like how the standings are right now. The Sirloins giving up early, by the way, 5 and 8. Oh, I guess they can't win the division no matter what. Excuse me. And things are looking tough for them to try and make it into the wild card too. Right now we are out of the wild card due to the Platypi and Grappler sitting at 7 and 5, one game ahead of us. And the Jacks Jacks are beating us in the tiebreaker by 1 in the run differential column. Oh boy. Our schedule looks like this, by the way. So the Nemesis, followed by the Crocs, followed by the Jacks, and then another game against the Overdogs. We lost both games of the doubleheader against the Jacks. We won both games of the doubleheader against the Overdogs. The Nemesis, we split the doubleheader earlier this year, and the Crocs, we only played them once, and we beat them 4-3. So it's a toss-up with our division. But it's only divisional games the rest of the way here, and I'm just, oh man, we really need to perform. We'll see what happens. I think, oh, this is such an early, oh, I'm going to do it. Let's just try it. Let's watch this game too. Let's see how things go. With Malcolm DeJesus out there, maybe we can get lucky and it go really quickly. And I'll sim to the end of the game if we run out of time. Bring in Geronimo James back, followed by Jose. Hito's still locked in. Sturdy, Carlos, Merle Ryan, and for this one, I think DeJesus, I'm going to have Carlos Bauer catch. And we'll have Pork sit for a game since he's been getting a lot of work. And let's put Brian Pickleford into the DH spot. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's get in there. Shaka Sports Turf against the Nemesis. We'll see how much of this game we can get in before we run out of time. We made a few moves. We're hoping that our ace, Malcolm DeJesus, can get things figured out and give us a chance to win here. It's been a really weird season. We're sitting at 6-6, and it just doesn't feel like we are out of it, but it doesn't feel like we are... it doesn't feel like we're in it either. You know what I mean? It's so hard to read this team this year. DeJesus versus Biggs. DeJesus has got his ERA down to 3.45. Biggs locked in here. And we'll pop one up. It's going to go foul. 2-2 count. Biggs batting 208. Swings through strike 3 into Jesus' first strikeout of the game against the first batter.
Number 16, Bo Belter.
Now here comes Bo Belter batting 257, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. I bet you a lot of that production came against us. 2-2 fastball hitter. Fastball taken for strike 101 on the gun. That one's swung at and fouled off. Tier 2 whiffer activates on the 1-2. Fouled off. Late swinging and just making contact. Ball low and away in the dirt. And a curveball will be pushed foul. Popped up. Staying alive here is Belter. 2-2 count. And he whiffs through strike 3. So 2 strikeouts to start this game for Malcolm DeJesus. And now he has to face off against Jovan Bambino. Batting 259 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. Swung through strike 1. Chases strike 2. And checks the swing, holds on a low and inside pitch. Ball outside. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Jovan swings through strike 3. Striking out the side to start this game, Malcolm DeJesus, the workhorse, already settling in. Now if our offense can give us some support. Geronimo James batting 400, 1 home run. It was a solo shot, his only RBI. Facing off against Vern Turnberner with a 6.00 ERA and a bunt right back to the mound. Vern, easy play for him. And I don't know if Geronimo was trying to push that down the line, just didn't expect him to get off the mound, or I don't even know what happened there. But that's out number 1, and Jose will pop up, batting 345. Almost gets hit there as it bounces off the glove and out of away into the dugout. 2-1. Jose pulls one foul. Vern Turnberner gets him to ground to short. Holmes to Kingman out number 2. And now the red-hot Hito Munchada comes up, still locked in. Now batting 353 on the year with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. Has a home run in, I think, the last 3 games. Lofts one into right center field, and that's going to drop for a hit. Jovan and Bo Belter both playing way back on the big bopper, and he's able to drop one in front of them. So with 2 outs, we have a runner on first for Sturdy Woodman. His ERA down to, or I'm sorry, his average down to 375. Hit and run, and it's popped foul, thank God. Checks and holds off, low and away, 2-1 count. Checks again, 3-1 count. Good spot here for Sturdy Woodman. Walk prone activates. Ball high. Woodman with a walk and 2 on, 2 out for Carlos Bauer. Catcher today. Average at 333. He has 1 home run and 4 RBIs. The home run did come at home. Down the right field line, if you recall. Swings through strike 2 there. And Turnberner trying to get out of this unscathed. And he will. Carlos Bauer whiffs on it, and that'll end the inning. 2 quick outs, followed by 2 base runners reaching, and then a strikeout to end the inning. And Turnberner gets out of a bit of a jam. Buzzard's unable to rally, and now Jacques Softin will lead things off for the Nemesis. First pitch Slayer, as he will ground to second base, excuse me. Holmes has been the big hitter for the Nemesis this year, batting 276, but with 5 home runs and 11 RBIs. She lines to Kitty Kaufman on the first pitch. Now Vinny Vortex will come up locked in, batting 400, no home runs, 1 RBI. And a first pitch swing, and this one's going to get up the middle into center field. A 2-out single for Vortex, and DeJesus, who was locked in, drops back to neutral. Now facing off against Kobe Kingman, batting 130 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Shatters his bat on the first pitch and is popped foul. tremendous speed over at first base. Elite in Vortex. 1-2 count. And swings through strike 3. DeJesus with his 4th strikeout through 2 innings. He does give up a hit, but we are scoreless heading into the bottom of the 2nd. Merle Ryan having a season he would probably like to forget here as he's batting .250. No home runs, 2 RBIs. He has shown a couple of positive moments in his time here so far, but not enough for us to feel confident about him going into next season. 1-2 count. Hard hit ball into right field, but it's going to be foul. Gets down in front of Bambino. And almost getting hit in the ankles. It's a 2-2 count. Ball outside, full now, and walk prone activates, and Turnberner has been wild today. Pulled foul, making good contact, but early on it. And a base hit through the left side, past the diving third baseman. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Merle Ryan, getting on base for Kitty Kaufman. Kitty also batting .250. No home runs and 1 RBI. Good speed over at first base, infield at double play depth. We also have a great arm behind the plate and off-teen. Popped up, and it's in foul territory. Will it get out of play? It does, off the netting. And Kitty will hit one hard, and it's off the glove of Nora Holmes, and not trying to go for third as Merle, he holds at second. And that's the drawback to having a really great offensive weapon at short, but not having the defense to follow through. And that's going to be 2 hits in a row. Runners on first and second for Snag Roper. Talking about seasons to forget, batting .194. No home runs through 3 quarters of this season and 1 RBI. Fouls one off there. It's an 0-2 count. And he's going to get it down into center field. Turning third and heading home is Merle Ryan. He was sent, cut off by Kingman, and that's going to be an RBI single for Snag Roper. So he finally comes through for the Buzzards for probably the first time this season. And that was a big hit as the Buzzards take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 2nd. Infield still at double play depth. Nobody out. And Brian Pickleford will come up batting .667. Checks the swing and holds. 2-3 mind gamer is activated against Turnberner. Chases on the slider. Nasty pitch from Vern. Checks outside. It's a ball and full count for Vern. And it hits him in the leg. Wild pitch, and Brian Pickleford hobbles his way down to first base, but now bases are loaded. Bases loaded with nobody out, and Pickleford is injured, sprained ankle. Geronimo James will come up. Unable to reach last time. He swings late and fouls it off. 1-2 count here for Geronimo. Just do something productive, bud. Instead, he takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. Called strike 3. First out, and now Jose Tremendo will come up. He's 0 for 1. Turnberner tense. Ball inside. 45th pitch is a called strike on the low outside part of the plate. Low and in. 2-1 count for Jose. And he'll ground to second base. Howdier to Holmes to Kingman, and a double play. That, my friends, is a noble tiger. Oh, man. If you're not familiar, a noble tiger is no outs, bases loaded, ending with team incapable of getting extra runs. It's an acronym for baseball when you have bases loaded and nobody out and you can't score. And the only reason that counts that way is because Merle Ryan scored when we did not have bases loaded. Whiffer activates against Howdier on the 2-2 here. And a ground ball up the middle. I think DeJesus probably or expected Howdier to swing through one there, but he makes good contact. Leadoff man aboard for Delgado, batting .150 on the year. No home runs and 1 RBI. Bunt on the first baseline. Getting to it is DeJesus. He'll get the out at first base, and the runner does advance from first to second. So Delgado does his job, and now leadoff man Buster Biggs comes up. He's 0 for 1, the strikeout. Runner on second with really low speed rating. and lofted into right field. It's going to be an easy play here for Jose Tremendo, and with cannon arm, man, it's so nice to have him with cannon arm in right field. Holds the runner at second base, and now 2 outs for Bo Belter, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He's tier 2 fastball hitter, so DeJesus has to be careful. Gets a strike, 87-mile-an-hour cut fastball. Two-seam fastball, excuse me. 0-2 count, whiffer activates. Ball low and away, just misses the corner. And that one's lofted into center, coming in on it, and Geronimo James traps it. They say he did not catch that one. And so the inning continues. Bo Belter sneaks in a base hit, and now runners on the corners for Yovan Bambino. 0 for 1. Big moment here in this game. We just took a 1-0 lead in the top or the bottom of the second. We do not want to give up that run again. 3-0 count here to Bambino. DeJesus being careful. Changeup gets over for a strike. Fastball low and in, and it's fouled off. Now full count runner takes off from first, and it's foul. Runner does the same thing, and again, we'll do it again. Runner from first takes off, and it's fouled back. We'll keep doing this. Swing through, strike 3. Yovan Bambino strikes out, and that will end the inning. So the rally gets stopped by Malcolm DeJesus after giving up a couple of hits. Hito Moonshada will come up. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Still locked in. Trying to see if he can keep his home run streak alive. Strike at the top of the zone, and Vern Turnberner approaching 50 pitches. It's just going to be a base hit up the middle. Nothing fancy for Hito here. A 2 for 2 day for him. And the leadoff man aboard for Sturdy Woodman. Didn't get a true opportunity last time as he worked a walk. And Vern Turnberner throwing his 50th pitch while tense. And it's going to get down into right center field all the way past Bo Belter into the right center field wall. And I'm sorry, that's Vortex at in center field. And that's going to be a double from Sturdy Woodman. Runners on second and third with nobody out for Carlos Bauer. My only hope is he doesn't ground to the third baseman. Well, he almost does there. I don't want him to ground to the third baseman and Moonshada take off from third right away. Nobody out. 1-2 count here for Bauer. Vern's still tense. Low for a ball. 2-2 count. And a dribbler slow to first to the pitcher. And Turnberner gets it and quickly throws it to Kingman to get the out. But a runner does score on the ground out from Carlos Bauer. RBI for him, and now we take the 2-0 lead. Turnberner gets pulled for Holder Close. Tier 2 elite curveball from the long reliever with a 3.86 ERA, an 0.86 whip, and 9 strikeouts this season. Merle Ryan gets a base hit through the right side. Runner scores from third easily, and that'll be a 3-0 ball game. A couple of small ball shots here from the Buzzards, and we are adding to our lead. Something I'm not used to saying for us. Kitty Kaufman 1 for 1 with a single. Strike at the top of the zone. 1 out, infield at double play depth. Good speed from Merle Ryan over there at first base. It's a 1-2 count for Kaufman. Ball low and away. And she hits one hard, but pulls it foul well ahead of that pitch. 2-2 will do it again. She swings through strike 3. She chases way at the top of the zone. Holder Close feeling happy with that game plan. As he knows that Kitty Kaufman makes good contact on anything in the zone, but she's very prone to chasing out of the zone. That one's going to get down the first base line, and Kobe Kingman can't make a play. Merle Ryan rounds first, heads to second, heads second to third, and now he's heading home as it was misplayed by the right fielder, and that's going to be a double from Snag Roper. Scoring from first on that double was Merle Ryan, and another base hit. Brian will get pulled for Pork Bennett. Brian got hurt, sprained ankle after getting hit in the leg. And now Delgado will get a grounder back over to first base to end the inning. But 3 runs come across, a handful of base hits. And we have a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Off-team will start 0 for 1. Tier 2 first pitch Slayer. Taken for a strike. DeJesus hasn't been super clean, but he has been able to get his job done. Nice backhand from Woodman. He takes it himself out number 1. And DeJesus gets a mojo boost. Nora Holmes 0 for 1, but very, very scary hitter. And DeJesus is locked in, has to be careful. Yeah, he starts outside. That one's fouled off. Might have been a ball. And a base hit into center field for Nora Holmes, as she will be able to reach with 1 out. DeJesus goes back from locked into neutral again.
Number 66, Vinny Vortex.
Vinny Vortex came up, hit a single on the first pitch he saw. Infield a double play depth with 1 out. Swings through strike 1. Curveball gets him antsy. Shows bunt, pulls back, and it's a ball. DeJesus at about half stamina here. Gets a strike call, and it's a 1-2 count. Let's get a double play here. Ball in the dirt. It bounces off of the glove of Carlos Bauer, and that's going to allow the runner to advance to second base. Now getting rid of the double play opportunity, and ball hit high to deep center field. It's going to be playable for Geronimo James, and runner has to hold. 2 outs now for Kobe Kingman, 0 for 1. Has a ton of power, but low contact rating. DeJesus has to be careful not to give one right there in the breadbasket. First pitch does not get the strike call. Curveball doesn't catch the top of the zone either. It's 2-0. Swings through strike 1. Late on that pitch, and it's fouled off. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner on second. Pop foul. Do it again. And a grounder to Kitty Kaufman. Should be an easy play. She scoops and quick toss to first to end the inning. So another pretty clean inning for Malcolm DeJesus. He's thrown a few more pitches than I would have liked, but he's through 4. We to the bottom of the 4th with the Buzzards up 4-0. Geronimo 0 for 2 today. Now facing off against Holder Close. No contact versus righty trade activated. And a 1-1 count. A ground ball down the third baseline, and Delgado makes a nice diving play, but the great speed from Geronimo James, that's an easy infield single for him. Leadoff man aboard for Jose Tremendo. Jose had a huge opportunity in the last at-bat. He had bases loaded with only 1 out, and this one hit to left field is going to get into the glove of Buster Biggs. Jose 0 for 3 today, having a tough outing. And Hito Munshada's home run streak could potentially come to an end if he doesn't hit one here. And he doesn't. Another hard hit ball, but it's a single. 3 base hits for Hito Munshada. He is on fire now. And we have runners on first and second with only 1 out. Sturdy Woodman 1 for 1 with a double. Also walked in his first at bat. Ball way outside. Holder is tense and tired. Ball high. Infield a double play depth with 1 out. Now it's going to be fouled off. Inside out swing from Woodman. And he hits one hard. Left center field. That's going to get down. It's going to one-hop the wall. Rounding third and heading home. And we have Hito Munshada holding at third base. 1-run scores on another double from Sturdy Woodman. He's starting to heat up. And we have runners on second and third with only 1 out. Horace Heimlich will come in to replace Holder Close. Tier 2 gets ahead. Tier 2 four-seam fastball, which you saw there. Also has a curveball and a changeup. This one's going to get over the head of the pulled in the infield. And that's going to get down into right field. Bauer gets his mojo back. Second baseman playing in to try and avoid the runner scoring from third. And ironically, that's what allows the runner to score on that base hit. Merle Ryan comes up. Runners on the corners with only 1 out still. And Horace serves one up at the bottom of the zone. But right to Vinny Vortex. Runner tags from third. Will score easily. Make it 7-0. And we are pulling away now. Kitty Kaufman comes up 1 for 2 with a single. Runner on first with great speed and Bauer. See if we can get one down in a corner. Or if we can find some green grass here, I think Bauer might be able to score from first. 0-2 count with 2 outs. Kaufman just making contact there. Chased the pitch at the top of the zone for a strikeout. She holds it this time. 1-2 count. She chases outside. So they know the scouting report on Kaufman is just do not throw in the zone because she chases like crazy. But 3-run score there. And ironically, we have 7 runs and none of them come from the home run ball. So the offense has been able to get it done in ways that they're not used to. We love to see that. Contribution up and down the lineup for sure. 1-1 count here to Hadier. He had a base hit in his last at bat with the whiffer activated. 1-2 count here. And it's fouled off. A dribbler, just foul. 1-2. And a liner right to snag Roper. He'll snag that one just above his shins. Out number 1, and Delgado comes up. No official at bat with a sacrifice bunt in his first plate appearance. Chases out of the zone, strike 1. Fouls one straight back, and it's 0-2. Fouls one back again. De Jesus with 75 pitches here. And it's a ball, 2-2. A ground ball into left field. So De Jesus is Delgado manages to get a base hit. 1 run aboard with 1 out. For Buster Biggs, 0 for 2 today. De Jesus nearing the end of his day. Neutral mojo right now. Hasn't been able to get himself into a rhythm like he normally would. 1-1 count. Whiffs through strike 2. And fields a double play depth with 1 out. And a ground ball to Roper. Roper to Kaufman. Over to first, not in time. The great speed from Buster Biggs able to break up the double play. This inning stays alive for 1 more batter. Bo Belter, 1 for 2 with a single. Tier 2 fastball hitter. De Jesus over 80 pitches. This has got to be his last batter. It's pop foul. 1-1 count. Good speed over there at first base. And popped up into foul territory. Hito Munchata catches that in the coach's box, and that'll finally end the 5th. No runs for the Nemesis through 5 innings. We'll see if we can get a little bit of insurance here. Snag Roper 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Bat finally waking up for him. I think he has 2 RBIs now. Ball in the dirt, 1-1 count. And he gets another hit. Who would have thought a 3 for 3 day from Snag Roper? He gets a mojo boost as well. We have a runner on first for Pork Bennett. 0 for 1. He struck out last time. He's now tense because of it. We wanted to give him the day off as the catcher. He is slowly starting to... Oh, my God. Pork Bennett, deep center field. That one's got a chance, and it's out of here. Absolute piss missile from Pork Bennett. His first home run of his career, 452 to dead center field. And you know what I was just about to say? I was just about to say he's slowly taken over the starting catcher role over Evan Chukov, who has not been able to put anything of consistency together. And just like that, we get a 2-run homer. It's now 9-0 in the bottom of the 5th. And we're not done just yet as Geronimo James comes up. First pitch swinging against elite closer Kay Frequin. We have 1 on for Jose Tremendo. 0 for 3 day. He's looking to try and break back out. Kay with a 1.80 ERA, a 1.80 whip, and 4 strikeouts this year. Gets a chasing strike there. 1-1 count. Pulled foul there. Has a 2-seam fastball and a screwball. Kay Collector activates, and it's popped up. And barely having to move is Jacques Softin catches that. Out number 2. Or out number 1. 1 out. Hito Munchata comes up on fire. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. I think he scored 3 times as well. Looking for a pitch at the top of the zone. He takes low and away, and it's 2-0. Ball outside. Does he get the green light on the 3-0 pitch? He does, and it's fouled straight back. High pitch, just missed it. Fouled off again. Now it's full. K Collector activates. 1 out. And he gets a high pitch, but he's late on that one, and it's going to be fouled off. It gets down in the stands. We'll do it again. Ball outside. Hito Munshada reaches at every plate appearance today. A 3-for-3 day with a walk. Sturdy Woodman having a day himself. 2-for-2 with 2 doubles and a walk. An RBI, and I believe he's scored twice. Fouls one back. Ball in the dirt. Gets behind Jacques Softin, but not far enough. Runners hold, and it's 1-1. Ball low and away. Field at double. Play the depth. We'll make it 3-1, and a great spot for Sturdy here. And he'll get a base hit up the middle, even with Nora Holmes shaded up the middle. Still able to sneak it back up the box, and bases are loaded with 1 out for Carlos Bauer. He's 1 for 3 with a single and 2 RBIs. Had an RBI ground out and a bloop single over second base, and now the nemesis struggling here with K Frequent getting very tired. 20 pitches already this inning. 3-1 count for Carlos. He takes a strike, full count now. K Collector activates, negligible at this point. And it's swung at, fouled off. 24th pitch here for Frequent. And he hits one hard, deep, right center field. That one's carrying. That's got a chance. That's over the way wall. Grand slam for Carlos Bauer. Breaks this one wide open. And the offense is going crazy as K Frequent should not have been in for that at bat. And the Buzzards are going crazy. What a shot from Carlos Bauer. Now Merle Ryan will come up. K gets pulled for Almondo Nuts, who's locked in. Near full stamina, and I don't know why they didn't go for our Almondo before. Tier 2 reverse splits activated against Merle Ryan. Merle again with a 2-for-2 day with 2 RBIs. 2-1 count. Fouled off. Make it 2-2 with only 1 out still. And a base hit through the left side, so Merle Ryan reaches again. 3 for 3. 13-0 here, and I'm going to check. We're at 52 minutes in this recording here, so we'll give it just a little bit longer, but we might not be able to finish this game if the offense continues to break out like this. Kitty comes up. Infield a double play depth with Merle locked in over at first base. Kitty dribbles one just in front of the plate, and that's going to be only play at first base for Jacques Softin. Runner moves to second base, and now Snag Roper seeing the plate for the second time in this inning. 3 for 3 day for him. Base hit. Oh, no, it's going to be taken away from Kobe Kingman. Almondo Nuts gets that one, and Kingman gets a mojo boost, and Roper gets a mojo drop. We finally head to the top of the 6th. It's going to go 3-4-5, and DeJesus should get pulled here. Woodman gets pulled for Flash Lazar. That's a defensive move, and they're going to keep DeJesus out there for now. I guess there's no harm here, but I don't want to see his numbers get messed up because of this. Joven sends one to deep center field. There's a very, very... there's a lot of room out there in center field to work with, and that ball's getting out in most stadiums, but not this one. It's a fly out to center field, out number 1. That one's fouled back. Approaching 90 pitches here is DeJesus. That one's fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2. Doesn't chase low and away. Gets the strikeout, and Jacques Softin strikes out swinging. Chases high and in. And now we have 2 outs for Nora Holmes, who has a base hit today. One of few for the Nemesis. Can DeJesus get the complete game shutout? 1-1 count after the foul. He's locked in, helping him out just a little bit longer. And it's lofted into left field. This one should be playable. Merle Ryan calls it. Gets underneath, and that's going to do it. Malcolm DeJesus with a battle. And not even as necessary because we put up 13 runs. I had to go through this quickly so we don't run out of time, but 18 hits for the Buzzards, only 5 hits for the Nemesis. The Nemesis side, they scattered these hits throughout. One from Belter, one from Holmes, from Vortex, from Howdier, and from Delgado, but couldn't really get anything going outside of that. On the other side, Let's see. Hitless was Jose Tremendo. And Brian Pickleford came up and got hit in his only plate appearance. Other than that, everyone had at least one hit. Kaufman only had one. And same with Pork Bennett, who came in to sub for Pickleford. He had the 2-run homer. Snag Roper had a 3-for-4 day, run scored, 2 RBIs. Merle Ryan 3-for-3 day with 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Carlos Bauer with a big day, 2-for-4 with a grand slam and 6 total RBIs. Woodman 3-for-3, 3 runs scored and 1 RBI. Moonshada, same thing without the RBI, both walked twice or once each, and a 2-for-4 day for Geronimo James with 2 runs scored. Pitching wise, Vern Turnberger wasn't great, and you can see that no one really from the Nemesis was very solid today. Turnberger gets a loss, only going 2 1/3. Malcolm DeJesus gets the win on a complete game shutout. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, no earned runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts, and his ERA drops all the way down to 2.49, his second win of the year. Bauer, Woodman, DeJesus are your top 3. We'll do a quick peek at what's happening before we move on to the next game, so we don't run out of time. I'm going to give this mojo boost to Geronimo James just to help out because he has the low mojo. I meant loyalty. We're going to drop the loyalty of Maurice Brick. We're not going to be able to get Carlos Bauer back next year, I don't think. Maurice way overpaid, so it's okay. We head straight into our next game, which is against the 4-8 Crocs, Fabulo versus Neomo. See what happened since that game ended. 13-0 win. Handful of moves happen here. I'll peek through these at the beginning of the next game. K Frequent gets dropped. Zane Mills with a chance to gain easy jumps. No, thank you. And that's it. Development-wise, no. Okay, so no development. And if we look at the season standings, that's 7-6, or with that win, we jump up to 7-6 on the in the division with a +13 game that swaps us from -8 up to +5, which is huge. And we're sitting in a really good spot. So that's where we'll leave things off. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.